from Amy Pascal, confirming that the movie's making progress, to keeping the news of the director tightly under wraps. This is everything you need to know about MCU's update on the Spider-Man 4 movie. Tom Holland's friendly neighborhood Spidey deserves to have another chapter to his story, don't you think? Which is why the question everyone's asking is, will we see another Peter Parker adventure happen anytime soon? We will. Tom will be returning for the next Spider-Man movie. And if you don't believe me, then hear it from Marvel Studios' big boss himself, Kevin Feige. He's revealed that Spider-Man 4's story is already confirmed. Here's the catch, though. There aren't a lot of details available on the story, or even if our favorite characters are going to be part of it. But don't lose hope just yet, because Spider-Man 4 has just received an update about when the movie could become public. And guess what? The update's from the franchise producer, Amy Pascal. She shared in an interview with Variety that the fourth Spider-Man movie is moving forward, but there have been a few hiccups because of the ongoing Writers Guild of America strike. Does that mean we're never going to see Spider-Man 4 happen? Of course not. That would be a straight-up nightmare. Pascal said that the team's working hard to make another movie, but because of the writers' strike, all work is paused. She added that everyone on board the production team is supporting the cause. So, whenever the writers reach their goal, you can bet that work will restart, just like normal. This is an interesting update, one that even the actor decided to speak up about. Here's some food for thought, folks. What does the writers' strike mean for the friendly neighborhood Spidey? Holland explained that early talks about the project are happening, or, well, were, because currently everything's on hold because of the writers' strike, remember? That means you won't hear of any brainstorming sessions taking place. He also added that while he can't spill the beans, there's been a bunch of meetings going on for the movie. Before you get excited, though, know that they're also all paused in solidarity with the writers' strike. And yeah, sure, multiple conversations happened to discuss the major what's next question regarding Peter Parker and friends, but Holland can't say anything right now. It's not because he's been blackmailed by Kevin to stay quiet. Instead, it's because the talks are in very early stages. You'd think a tattler like Tom would give fans some juicy information to work with. But sadly, Kevin's finally trained him in the art of not spilling confidential MCU-related news. What I want to know is, who's writing the fourth MCU Spider-Man movie? The last three MCU Spider-Man movies were written by Eric Summers and Chris McKenna, and it seems like they're gonna return for the project. I sure hope so, because the last three movies were real crowd pleasers. Their involvement's still a hunch, though, because the writers of Spider-Man 4 haven't been announced yet. But if they're back on board, it's still possible for pre-production work conversations to happen without them while they're on strike. Is that good sportsmanship? It doesn't look like it to me, and the MCU team agrees, which is why they decided not to work to show their support. Hold up a minute. Just because work's paused, it doesn't mean we won't see Spidey on our screens. Oh, and Tom's not the only one to confirm this news. If you want a stamp of approval, then look no further than Marvel Studios' boss, Kevin Feige, who confirmed the news in February 2023. Well, it was vague, but a confirmation is valid no matter what, if it's coming from Kevin, that is. The only thing he confirmed was that Marvel has got their hands on the movie's story, and they've got plans to add some big ideas. It's only going to be a matter of time till we find out what's actually happening, besides the Twitter updates and Instagram stories that the cast uploads. And yes, progress is definitely being made. Kevin said that the writers are putting pen to paper now, so don't worry, people. We're gonna see the Earth 616 Spider-Man back in action soon. But the production team at Sony and Marvel aren't budging, and won't give out any kind of information on the movie. Don't believe me. Do you know what the Sony Pictures head, Tom Rothman, said about the future of Holland's Spider-Man? Absolutely nothing. In fact, he jokingly told a fan that if he told him anything, then the fan won't really stick around to see the movie after all, because Rothman would've killed him. Wow, he sure loves dark humor, but there's no better way of getting his point across. Did you know Spider-Man's not the only superhero to be affected by the strike? There's a lot of MCU projects on hold, like the movie Blade, that fans were really looking forward to. It's been paused because the movie script wasn't complete when the strike began, so it's not like much can be done with the project, other than counting the days till the strike is over. Blade might be paused, but other Marvel movies like Deadpool 3 and Captain America, New World Order are luckier because both projects are already in the process of filming. Yes, I'm talking about filming during the strike. It's got its fair share of issues though, so let's see how the two movies make it work. Now, another project that had to pause work following the strike was the Disney Plus series Andor. Though I'm certain that work for the next Spider-Man is going to restart soon, sooner than any of us can expect, because the web-slinging superhero is one of the most popular MCU characters they've got. I can't deny the Spidey craze that the 2018 and 2023 Spider-Verse movies started. I mean, what's better proof that the character's a success? And not just in one acting medium, but two. There's no point in doubting that another Spider-Man movie will come, because it will. Fans will have to be patient, is all. What do we know about the movie, though? So far, not much. It's not even clear when the movie's being released. There was a rumor, though, that the studio was considering releasing the fourth movie on July 12, 2024. This means it'd be ahead of the MCU movie Thunderbolts, which is supposed to release on the 26th of July, 2024. Thanks to the writer's strike, the rumor's no longer valid. It looks like fans are going to have to wait a while if they want to see Peter and MJ reunite in the next movie, because it's not going to happen anytime soon. Any work that's left for the Spider-Man 4 will have to happen once the writer's strike is over, and who knows how long that'll be. Some people think production might start mid-2024, but that's not good since it'll push the movie at least another 2 years forward. If the movie does release late, then that means Spidey's movie will no longer fit Marvel's Phase 5 timeline. Again, this is an issue, because our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has a role to play in Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, which is supposed to release in 2025. So, the movie could hit theaters after the next Avengers movie, but then it'd be part of the Phase 6 lineup instead. I'm not sure how fans will feel about this. The sequence is all messed up, you know. But hey, nothing's confirmed, meaning the only thing we're sure about is the writer's strike. Work on Spider-Man's story can only start when that wraps up. I don't know about you, but I've got my fingers crossed. If it isn't obvious, the fourth Spider-Man movie's got a lot on its plate. It also doesn't have any director on board yet. Jon Watts was the man for the job, the keyword here being was. His main contribution to the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been the Spider-Man trilogy. But he took a break from Spidey and turned his attention to Marvel's Fantastic Four instead. That project didn't work out in his favor, and he stopped working on it in 2022. Why'd he leave? Sony always had plans to make Jon direct Spider-Man 4, but the guy was sick and tired of superheroes. He needed a break. Watts stated that making 3 Spider-Man films was an incredible and life-changing experience for him, and he's grateful that he got to be with the MCU for 7 whole years. Don't lose hope yet, because he didn't shut down the possibility of working with Marvel again. He said he's hopeful about working with them again. Plus, if anyone's excited for the Fantastic Four movie, it's this guy. Jon can't wait to see the character brought to life. Anyway, let's come back to our favorite web-slingers situation. Like I said before, fans are going to have to be patient if they want to hear concrete news about the new Spidey movie, because so far, everything's up in the air. So, from keeping the news of the director tightly under wraps, to Amy Pascal confirming that the movie's making progress, this was everything you needed to know about the new MCU Spider-Man movie.